My sweet loves, it is Wednesday Wisdom. Hope you are taking care of yourself, practicing self-care, embracing self-love. Okay, so today if you were drawn in by that title, I am going to be chatting about coming into the divine alignment. This is a very powerful time spiritually. A lot of spiritual shifts are taking place. And as you are moving through your ascension and spiritual awakening journeys on your spiritual path, really trying to connect with the Holy Spirit, coming into communion with the Holy Spirit more, you will find that these spiritual shifts begin to shift every area of your life. It is because you're coming into divine alignment. And the key here is not to fight against this alignment. A lot of times the alignment will bring disruption. It will move people in and out of your life. It will disrupt job situations. It will have up and down effects. But it's equivalent to a construction crew with a jackhammer, a ball jackhammer that rams it into a building that needs to be demolished. All right. And they're doing that because they're going to lay the foundation for a new building. And what is there needs to be destroyed. All right. In order for it to be cleared out. And so that is what is happening here with the chosen ones, those that are aligned spiritually and are aligning spiritually. You've had a lot of jackhammer moments. You've had a lot of realizations. You're realizing that maybe some things or some people that were around you did not serve you well. So the Spirit brings in spiritual reinforcement to give you the courage to stand up for yourself, to speak up for yourself, and to stop the cycles, okay? To break those patterns of codependency, overgiving, all right? Not speaking up for yourself, allowing people to use you, people pleasing, all right? Ancestral patterns, all of those things are being broken, and you now have the courage to move forward in alignment, but there is something being destroyed. And sometimes with that, your heart gets torn because you feel like your intuition, the Spirit is leading you one way, and your heart is going one way, okay? But the key here is, and when I say heart, I mean your loyalties, the things you were loyal to before. All right. So even within your heart, there is a lot of disruption, because what is happening with divine alignment is your heart is beginning to open to what the Spirit has for you. And a lot of this has already been around you. It's just that you've been rejecting it because your heart has been loyal to the things that do not serve you well. All right. And it could come from anything. It could come from traumas. It can come from, the abuses that we've suffered. It could come from anything, family issues, upbringing. All right. How you've placed loyalty on those things, and your heart is so entangled, you are so afraid to lose it. But in truth, those things have not been serving you well, and your eyes are opening up to that. And with your eyes opening up to the things that don't serve you well and that have been removed and that you are removing, because some of you have to physically remove yourself from people, places, and things, because you put yourself in a lion's den, okay? Because you thought that was good for you and you put yourself there. Now you got to remove yourself and come into alignment with what is for you. All right. So as the remnant, okay, we are activating in this earth plane. And because we're activating it's like we're coming online. And we're seeing what is really for us, who is really for us, what is really best for us. You're no longer afraid to even challenge those things that have challenged you before. Sometimes we become very non-confrontational when we are codependent and people pleasing. And so even when someone says something that's going against what we actually feel, we won't speak up because of who it is. All right. And we don't want to lose that because we're codependent on that relationship. And that person can threaten to separate from you, and you go all out of sorts. What am I going to do? But what has happened is you've actually put your trust in someone or something that is not in divine alignment with where you are right now, because we all are growing. Okay? And as you're growing, you're learning. And as you're learning, you're unlearning. You have to unlearn to become unstoppable, to become more confident, to become more bold in your stance. And the Holy Spirit will give you that. What I am seeing in the spirit and in the natural is that a lot of chosen ones, so those of us that are of the remnant, we have had these major awakenings, all right? And it has caused us to put a lot of things in different order in our lives, all right? We're looking at what we have pushed out of our lives and we're questioning, did I push someone or something out that actually I was in divine alignment with, to hold on to those because it's just familiar. It's easier. They don't challenge me. Oh, I've had so many times where I held on to people that didn't challenge me and pushed out those that did. Okay, so in this new space, I'm welcoming to those that are in divine alignment with me because we are learning one from another. We're flowing in unconditional love. There is reciprocity in our connection. So the times that I've had connections where there wasn't reciprocity, where people really didn't know who I was, and some knew and tried to deny I was that person, I was chosen. Okay. And so I had to deal with the codependency, dropping the people pleasing, everything that I talk about, I've gone through. All right. And so now collectively, chosen ones, we that are of the remnant, we're coming online. We're coming in divine alignment with the Holy Spirit because all of our blessings and abundance are attached to that divine alignment. Have you ever had connections where when you connect, everything opens up, but when you disconnect, everything shut down? Okay? And typically, if you're the person that disconnects, the person you disconnected from or the thing you disconnected from continues to flourish while you see doors shutting. It is because you stepped out of alignment. When you step back into alignment, those doors will begin to pop open again. It's not rocket science, you all. It's just alignment. It's alignment. And sometimes it's uncomfortable because we have to return back to something or someone that we gave a really hard time. Okay? But one thing you have to remember, if there's ever anyone or anything that you have to return to as a chosen one, because you're a chosen too, that person will be ready and open to reciprocate back to you. You're not going to be facing that opposition because they're already in an alignment that you're trying to get to. That's what you need to realize. Doesn't matter what the situation is. All right? So this is where we have a lot of partnerships, a lot of collaborations, relationships, marriages, people coming together. And some of this is not you meeting a new person. Some of this is someone is returning back into your life. I know some of you don't like hearing that. Sometimes I don't like hearing it. But you have to trust the Spirit is not only protecting you, but has arranged that both of you are now on the same page. And what you experienced before you will not experience now because you're now on the same page. This is this major spiritual shift. I want you to be encouraged that you're not walking into trouble, you're walking into destiny. I'm going to say that again. You're not walking into trouble or opposition. You're walking into teamwork, collaboration, partnership, unconditional love, compassion, and nurturing. You're going to find that there will be those that understand why you did what you did and not judge you for what you did. And you in turn will have that same attitude toward them, not judging them for their reactions, not judging them for what they did, but getting to the heart of the matter, understanding why did they do that? Why did this happen this way? What lesson was I supposed to learn? Why is this person returning? What do they want from me? Are we supposed to do something together? All right? Look at the bigger picture. There's a bigger picture here. That is why these returns are happening. There's a bigger picture. And if you can tune into the bigger picture, you can experience the abundance of blessings. That's all I have today for Wednesday Wisdom. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. Stay tuned here on YouTube and on TikTok. In August, I'm going to be launching my webinars. I'm going to cap them off at 50 people. And those webinars, I'll probably do 2 a month. And I will be discussing, starting in August, the 12 Ascension Principles. So listen out for that information and how you can register. There will be a registration fee for that, but I'm capping it at 50 because I like smaller groups that I can kind of really engage with in dialogue. If the group gets too big, it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to dialogue. Okay, so pay attention to that. Got that coming down the pipe, working on that right now. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about sharing my wisdom with you, my spiritual wisdom, what the Holy Spirit has shared with me. And I want you to be open to hear. One thing about the spiritual shifts is that it is bringing all different kinds of people together, different spiritual paths, different races, different cultures. We're all coming together as chosen ones, and there is no judgment. There is no judgment on belief. There's no judgment in regards to race. We are all one. We are a unified group of chosen ones, unified group of the remnant that are here to create this new earth so that we can press forward in a new way. All right? A new way. All right? It is required as all of these shifts are taking place. So listen, I love you. I want you to love yourself more than me. And I will see you next time. Toodles.